And I don't think I've got the power to get up there, even with the, I'm pushing the limits of the battery technology. Battery ran out. Right, that's me all ready to go. Some people might recognise where I am. I'll tell you later. Well, I'll tell you in the title or the description. Trousers are falling down. Anyway, hello folks. Today I'm gonna do quite a long bike ride, I think, if I feel up to it. New stand. Depends how it goes. Let's see. I've noticed something. I must have bent my handlebars the other day. Right. That's better. I'll come back to that famous stone later. Now you know where I am because you've seen the signs. Just get past the touristy bit, which is this. And then the scenery opens up and gets a whole lot nicer. Although Glen Chorley is really, really nice, but it's just very busy at this time of year. I'll try and get away from everyone. It's like a tourist hotspot. at that. Isn't that lovely? Wow, that water's down some. I can actually feel the bridge vibrating. Yeah, I can. I reckon it's very, very deep there. How magnificent. Right, let's carry on. Bit bumpy like. I say that quite often, don't I? I'm going to do it one day. Go up there to see the lofts. Oh, I can't remember it being this bumpy. Maybe it's because I was walking. I suspect that's it. I love mountains, they're awesome. I could sit and look at one single mountain all day, I think. Jetboil, some sarnies, and a few sort of snacky treats, and then just sit there all day, just admiring the mountain. Awesome thing. Don't get me wrong, I love the sea and forests, and occasionally, you know, even like urban scenery, but you can't beat a mountain. You know what it's like, sometimes you just want peace and quiet, but other times you just want to, what's the word? I'm not going to slide across here because I think it's a bit rickety. Sometimes you just want to, yeah, you don't always want peace and quiet, sometimes you want the hustle and bustle of the city, don't you? Otherwise you get lonely sometimes. Wrigley Tin Cafe. That's pretty awesome as well, isn't it? Right, lovely. So that must be the Wrigley Tin, I guess. But today I'm going this way into the forest. With the birdies. Ah, they must be chopping trees down. Mind you, saying that, it's been like that for about 2 years now, I think. I'm sure that was closed last time I came here. I think soon we'll be out on the mountains. There's quite a big climb to get up to them. Well, not quite on the mountains, but will be a fair way up. Gotta be probably quite careful as well, because I know often there's cyclists coming down the hill. Bit bumpy like, Jesus. My gears still need adjusting. I'll drop down one. There we go. Right, at last we're on the Forest Trail. So things should be quite a bit smoother. The scenery's only going to get better from here. I'll move that away, I don't want brambles stuck in my knee. I've sorted my what's the word? Speed and wheel sizing that out. So now it's showing the true speed, look. 12.4 miles an hour. Oh, look at that. It's lovely. Climbing. A long way to go, but I just wanted to have a wee look. On the flat now. So yeah, I'm in Glentoul, which is about, you think, depends which way you go, but about 32 miles. I would have come on Laura, but then I can't take her up here. What I need is a way to tow Lisa behind Laura. But of course you can't do that in the UK because it's not legal. But it's a nice fort. I'm averaging a steady 12.5 miles an hour. Which quite honestly in this scenery is fast enough. That must be going to Prestwick, but it's about to fly over Merrick, sort of. Then it'll fly over my village, turn round the hill, because the beacon's just behind the hill, turn left and then go into Prestwick. Just recording still. Right, check nothing's fallen off. Right, all good. Yeah, Prestwick, that's right. A civilian airport, but the trouble is it's also used as a military staging post. Especially for flights coming across from the US. I think they use it because it's just a handy stopover on their actual route. There's something really cool I want to show you in a minute just up here, if you haven't seen it before. That. Amazing. So this is the Lammerkin Hill Range. And there's my my favourite hill in this range is up there. It's called Curlyweed. It's got a magnificent corrie. which I'd really like to get up to one day. We'll probably be able to see it from here once we sort of get level with it. But there is a path up it. I went up that path once, got stuck down a hole. Yeah, you might not be able to see it from this side. No, I don't think you can. How unfortunate. It's up there basically. This goes up quite a long way and then flattens out, and there's like a magnificent quarry. But I've got some footage of it, so I'll probably stick it in so you can see. Magnificent Loch Dee. Oh, here's the cool thing. Look at that, it's a giant axe head with runes. But I don't know what the runes say. I'll find out. But yeah, it's an actual giant axe head. This land was inhabited by giants at one point. So today we're going to ride right round Loch Dee. And into the Dungeon Hills. When I said a long one, I meant a long one. This is going to be about 32 miles. Craiglee, but not the one near Loch Doon. It's a different one. It's like the Dungeon Hills are brick-ended by two mountains called Craiglee. Over there, through that Bealach there, is Flattering Shores. Well, I'm not going there today. Rolling. Oh, this is lovely. Spend all day doing this. I think there might be a wee sort of trail down to the loch, I'm not sure. Somewhere. Have a look. Rolling. Hey, yeah, it's done. car. I guess that's it. I don't know how busy it will be to travel. Yeah, should we go down anyway? So that take the time, haven't we? It's steeper than it looks like. But I don't pretend to be a downhill mountain biker. Good at riding motorbikes though. Campers. I'll leave them in case and just look at this bit. So like disturb folk if they're on holiday or enjoying their downtime. So you're right, isn't it? They've come here for peace and quiet, so I'll let them have peace and quiet. The way I look at it, if it was me, I wouldn't want it. I want to be left in peace. We're riding right round it anyway, so we'll get to see more of it. I think the White Lagon Boffy's up here somewhere, which is very famous. I think it's sort of round there. I'm not sure. It's a bit rough. Yeah, I was exaggerating. No, it is up there, look. See the Scottish flag on the side of it. Folks, I'll switch this on. Hiya, you right?
Yeah,
Alright, thank you.
you eyeing up the Boffy?
Oh, I was just looking at it.
Yes.
I'll go and visit it one day. One day, when I get time.
Yeah. Oh, no, someone up there already, so unfortunately. So camp's over there.
Enjoy your walk. Cheers. this is amazing. So just being on Lisa is as fun as being on Laura, but in different ways. With a ZX9R you can do vast distances. You know, go anywhere. But you can't sort of get right into the, you know, some of the most scenic areas, because obviously you're not allowed to ride a powered vehicle on it. But she's, you know, the visceral acceleration of her always takes you by surprise. She's a bit, I don't know, a bit of a diva really. You have to be really careful, especially in the wet, because you've got no traction control or ABS or anything to just spin the rear. She teaches you really good throttle control, and if you don't have it, you're gonna end up on your arse basically. Right, there we go. That's better, isn't it? Give you a quick glimpse of the Dungeon Hills now. There you go. I'll show you more once we're around there. They're really lovely, and I don't want to spoil them. There used to be trees there. Loads of butterflies. Elisa here, she's fun in a different way. She gets you right into the scenery and places I wouldn't ordinarily be able to go. Which I'm really grateful for. Because some of these places I wouldn't be able to walk to in a day. They're just too far. You could with an overnight stop, but yeah, in certain circumstances, like downhill for instance, Lisa here could be just as exciting as Laura, but it all happens at 30 miles an hour. Downhill, obviously, they're just rolling. So you still have to keep an eye on things. Still dangerous. He says as the front washes out. Hole. I want to end things so I can rest my hands on like this. I used to have them on my other career. I always forget until I'm riding. So if I pause sometimes while I'm talking, that's because I'm trying not to get hammered in the nuts. No, it's no good. I'm going to have to stop and have a look. It's just too nice not to. Well, I keep forgetting she's got stand now, so I can just do that. Okay. And have a proper look. From there, or possibly there, but I think it's there, to the end of the range is 16 miles. You can just about see all of it. Yeah, 16 miles. So that's not really a day hike. Not unless you really know what you're doing. It's probably best to attack it from both ends on successive days. So do this side one day, drive right round to Lockton, and then do this side on a different day. Some really experienced hikers can do the whole lot in one day, but I wouldn't recommend it. Not unless it was right in the middle of summer, you had loads of daylight. It's just too much. They're bigger than they look. All those little dots you can see on them are like massive boulders, like sort of this high or more. So yeah, most of those little white dots are boulders that are taller than you are. Well, you can see it. You can gauge it by the pine trees here. Look, a lot of those are like 70 foot high or more. Look, they just look like wee bushes compared to the hills. Absolutely amazing. quickly. Right, I'm not going up there because that goes to the quarry. Which I might have a look at on the way back because I'm sort of a bit interested in those sort of mining and stuff. There's the engineering wing. It looks pretty awesome, but that might not be public and dangerous. I'll still see if I can have a wee look. Gonna carry on with my journey along the Dungeon Hills, hopefully. See how far I can get along them. Battery check. 87%, that's not bad, is it? It's amazing. Quite a steep climb. Up to this, obviously. I'm not sure you want to walk up it. You'll have to excuse me if I keep stopping, but I want to take it all in. Amazing. You can sort of see some of that quarry now. That that's quite a cliff face, isn't it? The big rock. Just what I mean, the boulders are like that sort of size. The little white flecks you see on the hill, that size and bigger. There's no really a way to sort of show you the scale unless you're actually here. Right, I think I want that one, but I'm gonna have a look down here anyway. Right, it might actually be this one. I'm doing it off memory, see? It's nice as well. Oh, the video I filmed before this was a disaster. I fell off twice. My chain derailed twice, and then my front axle exploded. It's a Suntour Q-Lock too, and it just fell. The circlip came off the end, and it just fell to pieces. No one had any spares. The only spare I could find for a circlip included the end cap as well, which was like £16, and I am paying 16 quid just to get a circlip. So I just ordered a box of assorted circlips at the end off eBay for a £5. Chose the size that is needed, which I think, if I remember right, is M3. Job done. You know, you think these sort of bike parts are made of gold sometimes, aren't they? So Clattering Shores is through there, behind this hill. So when you're standing, like at the visitor centre, these are the hills you see. You're looking through this gap here to here, basically. Curlywee looks magnificent. It's a taller one behind, it's quite a lumpy hill. A lot of folk climb it, but it's not one you're doing unless you've had some experience. So it can sort of get quite nasty up there when the wind blows in and the weather comes in a bit. So it's not one to do for a Sunday if you're on holiday or something. No, just don't risk it. So is this actually someone's caravan, or has it been dumped? That happens sometimes around here. People just get selfish and dump things. You can usually tell because it's in the right state. I think this one's on holiday, isn't it? I'd look on it. Yeah. Or it could be a forestry worker's sort of tea room, I don't know. Now, that's where I'm going to end up there, but I'm going down here just to have a look. So I think this sort of comes out over there somewhere, could be wrong. Yeah, I think it's forestry working things. go to the bridge because they're busy by the look of it, aren't they? Oh, look at that, but my God. Oh. Stunning. So it's like it's not real, but it is. But it's like it's not. It's like a postcard or photo on Instagram or something. You're standing here actually looking at it instead. Unbelievable. Yeah, because they're obviously busy here doing forestry work. I'll stop at the bridge. There's a wee little bridge down there, like the original one, I guess. Oh, there's the falls. You could look at it all day, couldn't you? Right, just go to the end here, so maybe see the falls and turn back. There we go, industrial, natural. They both can look beautiful, but at different times. Imagine getting lost out here or injured with no phone or food or anything. How long that would take you to get back to civilization if you ever did. It's so remote. And look, I'm 32 miles through forest to get here basically. Right, let's continue on. So, thank you for watching, folks, and thank you for watching if you made it this far. This is probably going to be quite a long one, I think. But then I guess I'm not really building sort of clickbait videos. I'm making videos that sort of stand the test of time, so if someone comes and watches it in 10 years, it's still relevant. And there's so much to see that they have to be long, otherwise you miss everything. I guess I'm trying to give someone the experience of actually being here. This world is so special. We should look after it, and we should look after each other as well. Time to stop fighting. Gone on long enough. Doesn't really get any nearer, does it? It's so big. And I'm riding beside it at 15 miles an hour. It's just like that rock, that sort of rock face. I haven't even passed it yet. I'm cycling a quarter of a mile. Now I have. I think that's the top of Cossery, and I'm not sure. Which deceptively is a lot higher than these, but it's further away. I should look where I'm going with the tonight rather than the hills, but they're just so magnificent I can't. Just so magnificent, I can't help it. Just have to keep looking. There's no harm, is there? I mean, there's something that looks like that, but there's multiple wee falls coming down that are glinting in the sunlight. It's like the backside of Craiglee, like completely different. But you can climb up that, down, right along this whole range, up and down, all the way along. Professional rock climbers sort of climb these cliff faces, and they've got all different names for all the different routes. They're very dangerous. I think this is Dungeon Hill, and I think the cliff on it there is 900 feet, I think, something like that. I'm pretty sure it's a 900-foot drop on the sheer bit before it gets to the slope there. That sort of face there. I don't know if I'm pointing at it properly, but that face there is 900 feet. When I say beer lag, that's the Scottish word for mountain pass, basically. Same thing, more or less, or saddle. But generally a mountain pass, it's the dip between two mountains. The bit where they build roads and where ancient folk made paths to get over the range. There's like a big sheet of rock there, which is quite dark, or two. One there and one there. I reckon they're as big as a 10-story building, I reckon. Getting on that way. They really are massive. I can get from here up to the summit of either two of these hills. It's a day basically, I think. But as Scottish hills go, these are relatively small. So it doesn't make them any less magnificent, I think. Instagram shadow. I can't bother to film that. I do, when I feel like it. I just mostly make videos how I feel and what I see. If people happen to like them, it's great. If they don't, then oh no. I'm not going to do all this clickbait shite that is good for views for that week and then completely disappear. I want something that lasts. Wonder where that goes. Nowhere, I think. Might explore that later, maybe. Oh yeah, it's just absolutely brilliant. That's better than I ever imagined it would be, by a long, long way. And up there as well. I wonder where that goes. Oh, look. I haven't a clue what that's called. I'll look on the map later. Right. But it's beautiful. The roof's sagging now. Imagine being a millionaire and being able to buy that and refurbish it. Trouble is, it's a long way to get a pint of milk, isn't it? You probably noticed in Scotland there's loads of wee little burns everywhere. That's strange to you guys, that. Which sort of in effect makes our land sort of just millions of little islands. All clumped together. And to get from one bit to the other, you just go across all your bridge. It's not my leg, just yeah. If it was the 70s and you were like smoking and sitting here, you'd be like, oh yeah. So it's the thing about Scottish mountains as well. They look beautiful and nice on one side, a beautiful shapely like Green Hill, but then you get to the other side of it and it's just a sheer face, which often catches people out. So you think they're going for a nice stroll up a nice green shapely hill, and then realise they've come to a 1,000-foot cliff. I'm not talking much because, yeah, it's a bit painful. Like, there's another one. I wonder if that one goes back down to the one I was going to sort of explore. Sometimes they're dead ends. I was sort of climbing quite a bit there. So you start to realise how big it is now, getting closer to it. I'm really happy because these are sort of like the bits that I wanted to show you but couldn't before, because I really didn't have the means to get this far into the forest. I think I better do a battery. Ouch. I think I'd better do a battery change in a minute. I can't quite see how much is left, but I think it's like 5%, something like that. I can just about see it over my chin guard. Someone's been along here and done the same as I have in the last week. I can see the tyre tracks. Probably even more recent than that, because it might even be today, because I absolutely pushed down with rain this morning. You wouldn't think so to look at this, was it? It's dry on the surface, but it's really, really slippery underneath it. It's still a bit damp. wee hills that, like miniature ones. I think I shall sort of stop here and have a drink, change my battery, I think. Oh, it's an old quarry, look. Cool. Have a quick look before the battery wears out. I might sit on that and have a drink. Cool. Right, yeah, battery change, back in a minute. Hello, back again. Found this on the floor, look. It's been there a long time, it's faded, look. So I think I might take that back, give it a clean. I'll try and find out if it belongs to anyone. If not, then I'll use it. Right. Back on here. And then had a wee drink. And I had a cheese and pickle sarnie. I'll go and explore a bit more up there. My battery's down to about 63%, but it has been mostly climbing all the way. Apart from the sort of big downhill bit at Loch D, so it's not doing too bad. Yeah, no, it's gone up again to 72. I didn't misread it. How strange. Fun. It's bumpy. Stand up, I think. Oh, look at that, look. Wow. The trees are in the way. They're like strategically placed trees. I'm slow on purpose because it's so bumpy. You know, all that time ago I said I went past those bits, those sort of rock faces that looked like 10-story buildings. They're only there. That sounded ominous. To be careful because, well, as you can see that I think that hootery sound is geese. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I think it's geese. Or it could be the wind whistling through something, I don't know. Making a honking sound. Who knows? Right, carry on. Keep an eye on this tree as well. It sort of looks a bit dodgy, doesn't it? That all look a bit dodgy. I kind of like to be able to get the video home, really. And if you're chopping them up, that needs a whole lot. I'm just going to do a quick map check. Oop, glove. That would help, wouldn't it? What an Egypt. Ow. God, that one hurt. Another glacial-erratic. A bit like me, really. This is like a nice face of them. All the cliff faces and the angry bits are on the other side. I would say this is the end. Yeah, so basically my last video, what I was trying to do is walk around here. But I couldn't do it. Because there's no way to get through. But it's only like half a mile the other side of this. Well, it was in the last cycling video. So I guess it's time to head back. Look at that, look. Now I'm sure there's a way you can get closer to those hills. I'm going to look on the map because I want to go down there. I think it gets you right down into the glen. So by the time I get back I should have about 33% battery left. Got something planty stuck in my nose. Some sort of pollen or something trying to germinate in the back of my throat. I'm not slowing down because I'm tired, I'm slowing down because my butt's getting a hammering. That's a wee bit painful. I don't know which is the nicest looking hill, whether it's this one, that one, this one, that one, or that one. Give your thoughts below. I think I'm going to go for that one and this one, although I do like the end face of that one. You can walk up there. But there's certain bits over there which is a site of a special site of scientific interest which you don't want to walk across. It's called the Silver Flow. I'm not sure if it's a rumour or hearsay or what's actually happened, but apparently people have started walking across it and they've never been seen again. There's a picture on the internet somewhere of two people who knew what they were doing crossing it, and basically it's like a bog but it's for the tussocks, and the tussocks are sort of, they're up to their necks basically. But 2 years ago, and thank God it's all regenerated, there was a massive forest fire here and all these hills, and this forest got burnt. All these hills were on fire. I didn't know get very far from the village either. You could actually see the glow of it on the horizon and the smoke. It took me 5 days to put it out. It started at Glen Trawl and came all the way up here. If you look on Google Maps, you can still if you look on Google Maps, you can sort of still see some of the burnt area. Hundreds of square miles of it. It was very sad at the time, but it's nice to see everything looking nice today. Can't comment on the other side of the hills where the fire was as well, because I can't see it from here. Maybe this is it. Quick check. Yep, so I'm going to have a wee run down here. You can see if it comes out the other side of the trees closer to the hill. which will be nice, won't it? Nice rocks as well, aren't they? Portaloo, obviously for forest workers. Jeez. It's a bit rough, right? I don't know if it's been used in, well, ever. I think it was laid, but it's never been sort of bedded in. I get a puncture, it's a long walk back. View's better back up there, isn't it, really? Because you see more of the hills. The trouble is these trees are in the way. I think the geese on the lot. Maybe you can hear them. I can see why you would not want to fall off it. A bit vicious this side. Probably best just to sort of stay on the summit and not come any further this way, because it just gets progressively more steep, doesn't it? And you just sort of like walking nicely, then suddenly it's just like there's nothing between your feet. That's a shame. That would have been nice to get near there, but I'm not going to attempt to walk across this. Not near a lot, anyway. So it's just going to be boggy. Lots of deep holes to fall down. Slippery like. front went again. But that's the quarry again. think the weather's coming in a bit. Hopefully I'll get back before it rains. Oh well, if it doesn't, it doesn't. I mean, if I get wet, don't I? Yeah. Got my waterproofs. Check I left no trace and nothing behind. Nope. And away we go again. Magnificent mountains. I'm glad I came to see them. Mostly downhill apart from that bit like I do there. We're almost the way. Beautiful wee cottage again. Imagine having that view. Definitely a bit of chilling. course we've got all of Glen Trawl to look at as well, which looks better going down, I think, than it does going up. You see the quarry there, it's right over there. And it's about a good mile and a half away. I can't lie, I am a little bit tired now. But not as sort of depleted as if I'd done a hike, which is the main thing, isn't it? I mean, this one was long. I think it's the longest push bike ride I've ever done in my life, to be quite honest. Ended up about 34 miles, I think. How are we doing for battery? 41%. We'll turn this down to 1, just to preserve it a bit. Got the hill at Loch D to get up. Mind you, some of that might be the cold, I think. Yeah, there's been several bikes along here. You can see all the trails. So the battery gets to about 50 and drops like a stone, basically, I think. Yeah. a shame it hasn't got like down harvesting. So when you're going downhill, it puts a little bit back into the battery. But I do think the cold is affecting it a bit. line. Yeah, I'll look at the quarry another day. I don't think I've got time or enough battery energy yet. Yep, it's definitely mid-hour. Get the fly out my way, it's just my head in. Come all the way down there, look. Over that hill. Probably about 8 miles in that direction, I think I've come from. I'm going to be frank, around London and most cities where the train's flat, this is probably powerful enough. Round here it's borderline. Especially on the really steep bits. Well, there's definitely midges. Itchy leg. Hiya. Hey again. Great. See you later. I'll show you something. Here we go. So look, we have beaches in Scotland. Not always where the sea is. We have loads of these. It's beautiful, isn't it? There's some over there as well on the other side. And it's like a miniature sea. And doesn't Craig Lee look magnificent? But do you see what I mean? It's quite smooth and sort of picturesque on this side, but on the other side you could tell it's an evil hill. Like most of these hills are. They're not sort of... They're not hills you walk up unless you know what you're doing, because you can get in trouble. Nice on one side, vicious and angry on the other. %, battery left, but I think I've done it. I think I'm fairly okay now. Look at these crags. That's obviously not the top of the hill. It's like a false summit. This is probably about 1/10 of it. It's just a massive mountain over the crest there. Bigger than it looks, all this scenery. See what I mean? How many miles I've done so far? 41. It's beautiful purple, that. I'll take a picture of this while I'm here. That was a final look at Loch Dee. And now this little bit up to there, and then it's all the way down here. Glove snake coming down the way. sorry, I keep noticing things. There were them crags up there, look. That cliff at the top there is probably it's a good 100 feet or more. There's a lock the other side of that as well. Or two actually, three. There's Enoch, Naldrucken and Valley. %, battery left. Bye bye giant axe head. Gallery and Merrick. Beautiful. Gonna go up there one day. Right, everything's more or less downhill now. I must remind myself to show you a view of that corrie up there. It's just magnificent. It's a shame you can't see it from here. There's the path down in there, look, there's quite a drop. I'm trying to see if you can see anything of it at all. Kinda. But not very well. This is in the way. But it goes from there to there. You know, big sort of bowl. Look at this. Look. Absolutely lovely. It's mostly all downhill now, like very downhill. So I'm just going to roll. There's a tree up on there, look. You see it, just like a lone tree. Quite a big tree. Sometimes there's coos on these hills as well. No today though. You walk all the way up. It's quite funny. The carpet's way. Yeah, I guess I did, didn't I? Just can't remember it being this steep. Guess it was. Battery ran out on the action cam. And on the microphone, and almost on this as well. I'm pushing the limits of the battery technology. I'm definitely a little worn out. I don't think I've got the power to get up there, even with the assist. It's actually doing this. No luck there. Just enough. Give that a go. I think I've done it. Just want to show you some. Something very famous. And it means a lot to me as well. In royal remembrance of Robert the Bruce, King of Scots, whose victory in this glen over an English force in March 1307 opened a campaign of independence which he brought to a decisive close at Bannockburn on the 24th of June 1314. How many years ago was that? Still. Let's have a quick look at Loch Trool while we're here. Like a mirror, like. These midges aren't they, like? Bloody things. But they don't really affect me. One or two occasionally. Get annoying and I get a bump the next day or two, but yeah, they don't like have any major sort of right back to the car, which is just down there. There's two car parks here. There's this one. It's the main one. No, three actually. There's this one, Brewster Stoke car park, and a car park there, and then further down there where all the cycling trails and visitor centre and all that sort of thing is. There's another big massive one. Here we go. What is that? That was pretty epic. Right, let's get my gear off. Probably finish my last sandwich. Maybe have a mocha. Just sort of relax a bit after all that, and then yeah, call it a day and head off back for a nice cup of tea and something to eat. What am I doing tonight? What did I get yesterday for the curry? So steak and chips I'm doing today with some peas. Quite looking forward to that. Yes. But at the end I had 10% battery left after 44.8 miles. So yeah, got me there and back, didn't it? That's the main thing. So that's probably one of the longest cycle trips I'm ever likely to do. So, but anyway, thank you for watching. That means a lot to me and it's really appreciated. And thank you for any sort of likes, comments and subscribes and all that sort of business. Midgies, that and all that sort of business. And I'll see you next time on another adventure. So take care of yourselves and have fun. See you later.